Let's go say hey to my sister-in-law, who don't know she's about to be on here, but whether she says she don't want to be on here or not, you about to be on here, Courtney. So here we go. Little Transport TV 2024. We're still getting it. Stick around. Say hello, Courtney.
Hello.
Welcome to Uncle Bubba's house and Courtney's house.
You could probably almost park it over here at the house. Somebody's been parking theirs over there.
Say hello to the people, old man.
Oh, hello, people to the road.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be gone that quick. It just hit the low board, and it won't but, I think it won't but like $1.38 a mile. But
Somebody live close.
I pulled in over here. I checked it over here at the truck stop when I was waiting on Bubba to call me back. And then he said, yeah, come on. He said, you can bring it over here. And so I bring it over here. Check it when I get over here. Was going to go ahead and book it, and it's gone. Now there ain't but one up there for a 53 footer. We didn't get a chance to say hello to my brother. Say hey to my brother, man.
What's up, dude?
All right, we stuck here in the morning. I stayed at Daddy's last night and can't find anything on the low board, so we're back over here. I just wanted to introduce little man. We got him up out the bed. We got the truck over here in his driveway. So I think what we're gonna do is head back home. It is Wednesday morning, 8:25 in the morning. We're gonna head back home and try to regroup. I'm gonna go see little man play football tonight, and then see if I can't find something coming out of Suffolk for either later on this evening, midnight or so, or first thing in the morning, and we're gonna take off, man. So update, I was headed home and I'm on personal conveyance, obviously because I was headed home, but I'm flipping through the load board and just kind of skimming through it to see if anything pops up, and I was lucky enough to grab a load coming out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, going back to Garner. I apologize for the shaky, I'm driving. Coming out of Fayetteville, going back to Garner, a little short day trip, pays $4 something a mile. It pays out $230. So $230 is not a lot of money, but it's better than bobtailing home for free. There's your update. All right, trailer picked up. We're at Garner. Picked the trailer up. There was a little bit of hiccup. I guess a new guy inside the shipping clerk. He didn't really know how to work the computer. He gave me a trailer. It's sitting over here beside me, but it wasn't the one he thought he assigned to me. So I had a little trouble. Went in. They fixed it right away. Another kid fixed it. He looked at it and was like, I don't know what he did, but let me take care of you. And put me on the one that my app was showing that I was assigned to. Day wasted turned into somewhat of a success. Out here, I'll take the little wins as a big win. So, leaving now, headed back to, no, I'm in Fayetteville. I'm sorry, I said Garner. Leaving now in Fayetteville, I'm going back to Garner to, I believe it's RDU 5. My first time going over there. So let's go see how that one goes, man. Let's hit the road. All right, I made it home. Ran my little run. Fayetteville to Garner. Super simple. Got there. It was an empty to pick up. Humping back over to Garner. Took about 30 minutes to get there. Not a bad way to make $230 on your way home when, you know, you wasn't making nothing in the first place. So I'm home. I'm going to get my kids from after school. They have no idea I'm back in town yet. They didn't expect to see me till probably the weekend. So I'm gonna surprise them. Update for Thursday, October 19th. It's morning time. It is 8:39 in the morning, and I took a load last night coming out of Kinston. Instead of having to bobtail 2.5 hours all the way up to Suffolk to try to find a load. Excuse me. I took a load coming out of Kinston that I found on the load board, which is right around the corner from the house. It took a little longer to get here than I thought. You know, it pays just shy of $400, you know, and I figured it's a decent way to at least make some money today. So when I get up there, I packed my clothes this morning, and I can at least get up to Virginia to drop this thing off and see if there's something up there local that I can kind of bounce around until I can find something for Friday also. However, I on the GPS, it showed an 8:03 arrival. Now, I was scheduled to be here at 8 o'clock on the dot. I was 8:03 scheduled, and then I made my time up, and I'm scheduled, you know, on the GPS. I'm supposed to be here at what, like 8 on the dot, I think it was. And there was a side road on the GPS, and I just missed it. You know, everybody's out here doing 70 miles an hour, and when it snuck up on me, it didn't even have like a 500-foot turnoff. It was just like I don't know, man. It wasn't very big in a big truck, and you can't hit the brakes. And I missed it, so I had to loop back around, and it put me back to 8:03 getting here. So I had to report a delay, which I did, and that's in the trip notes. And I get here, and it's 8:40 at this point, so it's been 38 minutes. 8:41, 39 minutes now since, no, is that, whatever it is. It's been over 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And 38 minutes. And I've yet to be able to get somebody to the back door of this place. This is so Kinston, North Carolina. It's frustrating, and I'm not scheduled to depart until 9:30 this morning. That's fine. But at least get me checked in, because you're making me look bad as a carrier. I rushed to get here. I got bottlenecked in traffic on the highway, down to one lane. I got stopped by 8 million school buses. Every grandma trying to get to the breakfast place in Aden coming through town. You know, and I requested a call back. They called me back, and that's, you know, great. The guy was super nice, but he says, go change your timestamps. I don't know how to change the timestamps, and so I asked him. He says, well, it's in the notes. Check the notes. Go to the notes, and all it takes me to is a bunch of frequently asked questions. Somebody out there that runs Amazon Relay that's looking at this, please tell me how to do these things without being so frustrated. It's already frustrating enough to try to, you know, not just book loads. Booking loads are fine, but, you know, the problem I'm starting to see on the load board is that, one, they're all a lot of one-ways. And granted, I'm in a day cab, and that is what it is, but, you know, I understand my situation better than anybody, and I got to hustle. If I got to hustle in a daycare to do things sleepers are doing, that's what I'm going to do. You know, my people are dependent on me. I'm trying to prove something to myself. I'm trying to prove something to other people. I got a business plan for the next, you know, anywhere from 6 to 18 months out. And I'm already starting to talk to a few people that I trust with my life to try to make this thing grow and grow and grow so we can have a substantial business. And you know, things like this are super frustrating. That, you know, one, I'm late, so it affects my carrier score. Now, I'm late. Let me skip back. I totally lost train of thought. What I'm seeing on the load board is things going one way, right? So even in a day cab, they go one way. They pay okay money. You know, people are snatching these things up at less than $1.50 a mile. That's not making money. You can't make money at $1.30 a mile, $1.40 a mile, because you got insurance to pay, you got plates to pay, you got fuel to put in the truck, you got all these things to maintain. And I'm not including hotels for my expenses. I'm including them in the expenses, but I'm not including them as part of the expenses that it's costing me, you know, to be out here running on $1.40 a mile, which is basically what you're going to have to take. You know, the problem I'm having is when I look at a load board, let's say I go to Baltimore. I'll type in Baltimore as an origin, put a 100-mile radius, which is plenty to drive bobtail or deadhead, and there's 0 search results. You want to go to Iowa and make some decent money. Some of these are paying almost $2 a mile. Some of them, the closer they get to arrival time, or going up for $3 a mile, $4 a mile, depending on where it's going. And then you type into the load board for any time, at the place you're going to, and everywhere I've searched, there are 0 search results for a load that's coming out that day, the next day, the following day. I'm trying to piece together my mind and stay sane on how I can book work based off the times that they're showing you're supposed to be here, the times they're supposed to get there. And everywhere I've gone, I've been early. And I don't plan on not being early anywhere. That's my goal, is to be ahead of schedule, so that way. But trying to book something back to back to make up a day, and not even try to stay local. I'm not even trying to stay local. I just want to work. But when there's nothing coming out of Baltimore, there's nothing coming out of Iowa, Ohio, Indiana, there's nothing coming out of Pennsylvania, there's nothing coming out of Delaware. Like, when you type them in to try to find a load coming out, they're not there. And I don't know if it's because I'm new and I'm on the load board as opposed to running something different. I haven't figured out post a truck yet, because I don't want to limit myself to what I can and can't do. And I don't know if that affects it. There's an option for me to post my truck, and I get to pick, what my preferred hours are. I get to pick what my preferred, location is. I get to pick what my preferred destination is, and whether I want round trip, one way, all these things. But I'm trying to make it make sense in a way that, coming from 8 years where I can call, 8.5, 9 years almost 9 years, where I can call somebody and I can get work sent to me, and dispatchers be okay with it. So, those that are watching this, just know that when you're out here and you're working for Amazon and you got your carrier numbers and all this stuff, and you get signed on, understand something. You are the dispatcher. You are the person who's in charge of your schedule. You are in charge of making sure that all these bills are paid, your insurance, your plates, and all this stuff, because at other places that you lease onto, those people give you the option of paying those for you, and what they'll do is take it out of your settlement every week. They pay for the fuel, and then at the end of the week when you get paid, you get net minus, insurance, minus plates, minus fees, minus fuel, all those things you get at somebody else's expense, and they just take it right out of your paycheck. Now it's a matter of, this is what you get paid, you better pay your bills. And I'm pretty terrible with money, let's just be honest here. But I'm still sitting here. I'm 7 minutes and 53 seconds into this conversation, and it's 8:47 in the morning. Nobody has still come to the door. I got 40 minutes before I got to leave here and get up to Suffolk. And again, I don't mind leaving on the scheduled departure time, but when I can't even get checked in, it's an issue. It's a big issue. So I booked this load yesterday when I got to Williams' football game, and I had planned on taking the kids to school. I was like, I'm gonna take the kids to school. I'm gonna find something. I'll go up Thursday evening, but I saw this one, and it's not too far away. It ended up being about an hour, and I thought it was a little closer than that. That's my fault. I understand that, and I'm okay with my carrier score being affected based off the fact that I was a few minutes late. But don't affect my carrier score when I'm trying to build a business and get and stay in a certain grade when I get here at 8:03 and here it is 8:48, 45 minutes later, and I still can't get into the door. I've beat on the door. I've walked around. I've told employees, hey, can you get somebody back here? Yeah, I'll get somebody back here. Where are they? Where are they? And there's nobody here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 trailers. 5. There's 5 total trailers. 5 total trailers, and I'm the only truck in the parking lot besides a guy over here taking his 10-hour reset, it looks like. There is nobody here. And every time I beat on the door and look, there's
50 employees in there, and it's super quiet. I mean, you've been in these places. Anybody that's been in these places understands. And you know, tell me how this is supposed to go down. Like, what do I do when I can't get checked in? How does this affect my carrier score when, you know, you're 45 minutes plus and counting, trying to get checked in, and you were only 3 minutes late? You were in transit. You were late. Yeah, but if I would have got checked in when I got here, cool. Affect my score all day long. But don't touch my score when I'm working my ass off to make sure it is as high as it possibly can be when you can't get to the door and open it after staring me in the face a million times. Excuse my language. Not really. Yo, y'all gonna have to excuse the beeping while the airbags build back up. But it worked out. It all worked out, man. I went in. Finally, I went around the building and was like, hey, man, how do I get checked down? I've been out here out back for like 50 minutes now. I was 3 minutes late. Now I'm 50 minutes trying to get I just want to get checked in. I'm supposed to be picking up a load. Well, he says, we don't have a load for you. I can send you an empty. Call them and have a call back and tell them you want an empty sent to you. So he's standing with me, the manager at the place. It's WNC5, super great guy. I got his YouTube channel too. I'll link it down below. He's a gamer, a streamer. But anyway, I request a call back. They called me back. They said, you cannot send him with an empty because we don't need an empty. And what they did was cancel my load, paid me out full to almost $400, and all I've done is wake up and get. I mean, I've been awake for 3 hours now, and I made almost $400. That's a good day. I'll take that win. Again, like I said yesterday, we'll take the small ones, man. We'll take those small wins. Let's go. Riddle Transport, baby. We trying to do this. We needed something good to happen today. So I booked the load, standing there with my man inside. I booked me another load coming out of Scotland Neck, going down to Garner. It's going to probably take me about an hour to get to Scotland Neck, and then it's going to take me about an hour to get to Durham with RDU. It's right outside of 301 off the belt line. It's right there. If anybody knows, I don't, you know, most people, I got 10 subscribers. Let's be honest. Y'all ain't watching it. The only person watching is me on all my channels to make sure I get some views to try to get it out there for y'all. If you watching this and you made it this far in the video, hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment that says, what I want you to say. Listen, leave me, type in the comment box WNC5 if you made it this far in the video, just to let me know that you're hanging with me and learning with me. But we're about to hump up to Scotland Neck. We're going to drive back down to Garner, and we're probably going to call it a day, man. This one pays out about $2.50 a mile. It ain't a lot of money, but for me to bobtail around all day long and pick up, and the thing is, I'm picking up an empty, and I'm just taking the empty one way. It's a one-way stop for like $270. Let's go, man. Let's go. I'm about to hit the road. As soon as I get these airbags built up, I'm about to hit the road.